Hey guys, this is Manny with the Armchair Athletes. Unfortunately, Steve Emerson couldn't be here today, so I'm going to go ahead and run through my Week 3 predictions and let you know who I think is going to win and how it's going to spell out. I ended up winning last week by one. I got four of them wrong, and a couple of them could have gone either way, so I'm feeling pretty confident with this week. I'm going to start off with one of the most exciting games I think we're going to see is the Patriots versus the Bills. If it's not exciting to you, it's definitely intriguing. We don't know much about the Bills. All we're doing is wondering if Fitzpatrick is the quarterback that he's playing like, and I believe that he is. However, I don't think that they're going to get past a Patriots team that doesn't take the foot off the gas until they get 12 wins under their belt. So I think that the Patriots are going to pull off the win, but it's going to be one of those squeakers, man. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think the Bills are for real. So keep an eye out for them. Next up is the complete opposite of exciting. It's the Niners against the Bengals. I'm not exactly a believer in either team, but I do believe that Dalton is a better quarterback than anyone that they have to offer with the 49ers, in this case Alex Smith. They did a great job. They just barely lost against the Broncos last week, and I don't believe that the Niners are a better team than the Broncos. Even if Frank Gore is on his game, which who knows how he's going to perform. So I think the Bengals at home are going to take it, against the Niners. Next up, Dolphins and Browns. Another close game. Another who knows what. Sooner or later, the Dolphins are going to have to get a win, but it's not going to come this week. I think that at home, Colt McCoy and the Browns, Peyton Hillis, Josh Cribbs, they have enough weapons on offense and a strong enough defense to hold off the Dolphins. So the Browns at home, winners. Broncos versus Titans. Titans easily are going to pull this game out. I think it's going to be one of those games where the Broncos are lucky that they're playing away because the Titans are a really tough team. They're even better at home. If last week showed us anything, we know that Hasselbeck could lead this team. They could get some wins, and even if CJ has a tough game, the Titans are going to pull off some wins. So going with the Titans at home against the Broncos. Next up is the Lions versus the Vikings. Lions are for real. The Vikings are not. I cannot believe that Donovan McNabb has slid this far, this fast, but he has, and so we all just got to deal with it. The Vikings are not going to pull off a win at home. They're not going to get their first win of the season. Lions go to 3-0 this week. Houston Texans at Saints. If you have Sunday Ticket, if you have local TV, make sure you turn on this game. This isn't a game that you want to miss. We don't know about the Texans. We don't know how awesome they are. We don't know if they're really, really as good as their record shows. I think they are. I think they're tough. I think that they have what it takes. I think Schaub is legit. I think their running game, they're interchangeable. Even if Arian Foster is in the game or not, they're still going to put yards on the board, and they're going to move the ball. And unfortunately, though, they're playing the Saints, who have an even more powerful offense. They're playing in New Orleans, and the Saints are going to equalize, go to 2-1, and start making a run here. Next up is the Giants versus the Eagles in Philadelphia. Michael Vick is going to play as of Friday, so unless something happens during the game, they go at him or his symptoms come back, I don't see the Giants defense stopping Vick and what he's able to do on offense. I don't see Vick being that rusty. I don't see Vick doing anything more than walking away with the W. So Eagles over the Giants. Jacksonville Jaguars, Carolina Panthers in Carolina. Carolina Panthers are unbelievably exciting. I sit there and I watch Cam Newton, and I can't believe the poise that he has. He reminds me of the guy that you create in Madden Superstar mode, except you make him exactly like Mike Vick, except you give him a right hand because you're sick of rolling out to the left. He's one of those players that any chance you have to watch him play, you take that chance because he's going to be entertaining, and who knows what's going to do. From a fantasy perspective, the guy puts up 28 points on the board, throws 3 interceptions. I mean, I'll take him any day, and I have in all my fantasy leagues. I'm a believer in Cam Newton. They're 0-2. They're playing against the Jaguars, who have instability at their quarterback position. You never know what Maurice Jones-Drew is going to give us this week. So, no question, I'm actually going with the Panthers to get the first win of the season in Carolina against Jacksonville. Jets and Raiders. This is going to be a really intriguing game. I am a Raider fan. I love the Raiders. but they have no receivers right now. Everyone is injured. There's no one for Campbell to throw to, who is not the greatest quarterback on earth. Darren McFadden's a little bit banged up. It looks like he's going to give it a go. I just think that this is the Jets' year to make a good run. And even in Oakland, even though they lost to Oakland last year, Mark Sanchez is going to run away from Oakland with a win. So Jets over the Raiders in Oakland. Ravens at St. Louis. We all picked St. Louis to win the division in the NFC West. Heck, my JV team can win the NFC West half the time. But they are playing the Ravens, who are coming off an embarrassing loss. And the culture of Baltimore football, man, these guys, they have too much pride. They're not going to get 2 losses in a row, especially to a Rams team who could barely even move the ball last week. So I'm going to go with the Ravens over St. Louis and St. Louis. Chiefs, Chargers, good AFC West matchup. Chiefs lost Jamal Charles for the year. There's no telling how their offense is going to click. The coach Haley, his job's in jeopardy, and this is actually going to make it worse because they're in San Diego. Phillip Rivers, they're going to get a chokehold on this AFC West this week. They're going to get the win, move to 2-1, and move a full game up in first place. Packers against Chicago in Chicago. This is going to be my upset pick of the week. I'm going with Chicago to pull out the win over the defending champion Packers. Main reason is Chicago's 1-1. They've had a couple rough stints at it. Lots of talk about Cutler's attitude about the offensive line. I think the offensive line, if you're a lineman, you got a lot of pride, man, and these guys are going to pick it up. They're going to get that win. They're at home. They're going to do just enough to get the win over the defending champions. They're due for a win, and I think this is a good division matchup where the Bears get up for it, they get the win, they walk away with the win. Cardinals over the Seahawks, no question. Seahawks, they have no quarterback. They have half a running back that only gets awesome returns like in playoff games. Marshawn Lynch isn't their answer. Sidney Rice is supposed to give it a go, but you never know how he's going to do because he has Tavares Jackson throwing to him. Mike Williams, he's also going to be playing. He's listed as questionable, but it looks like he's going to give it a go also. But I don't think either of them are going to do enough to get past the Cardinals, who, for all intents and purposes, they have one of the best wide receivers in the game and a pretty decent quarterback in Kevin Cobb. I think he's going to do big things on that team, and they're going to just continue moving the ball in Seattle. They're going to get the win. Atlanta Falcons against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is in Tampa Bay. Falcons do not perform well on the road. Matt Ryan is unbelievable at home, but it's like he gets food poisoning at every hotel that he takes whenever he's on the road. He has a performance issue, and I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Bucks to squeak out another close game. Josh Freeman is going to take him over the hump. He's the new clutch man of the NFL, and so they're going to get that win. Steelers and Colts, this once was an amazing matchup. AFC rivals, high-powered defense against a high-powered offense. Just a big chess match going back and forth between two amazing teams. But without Peyton Manning there, I don't know if the Colts ever get a win this season. They look among one of the worst in the league. That gray beard back there in Collins, he's not going to do what needs to happen for the teams to get wins. So, pretty easy choice. Steelers in a rout over the Colts. Monday night game is Washington Redskins over against the Cowboys in Dallas. All signs are pointing to Romo's lung being fully healed, but you don't know if he's going to be back. Still listed as questionable. They're going to be gunning for those ribs, and they may have a chance. I think Romo's going to go ahead and give it a go. Even then, I still think that the Cowboys are going to walk away with a win. As unclutch as I feel that Romo is, he showed a lot of heart last week. No question about it. I think that it's trickled down to the whole team. I think they're pumped. They squeaked out with a win against an awful team last week. But I still think that the Cowboys are going to find a way. They're going to get the win. It's on Monday night. The Redskins aren't ready for that stage. They never really have been. They don't have the team that it takes to get it. Plus, if the Redskins win, that puts them at 3-0, and every other team gives them a full game lead against the supposedly tough NFC East. So I see the Redskins fighting, clawing, and getting themselves tied for first place in the NFC East. So those are my predictions. Hopefully I'm right and I get to brag about it. If you think you know more, then go on our website, thearmchairathletes.com. Send us your predictions. Let us know what you think. Find us on Twitter, twitter.com/ACathletes. You can go on Facebook, facebook.com/ACathletes. And let me know. Tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me that your predictions are better, and if you're right, maybe we'll send you out a T-shirt, send you out some swag, and you could represent. You could be an armchair athlete yourself. So thanks for taking the time and listening, and we'll see how we do after week 3.